Hello, beautiful people. Carl here from Brrraaains A Head-Banging Life, gbhblofficial for short. And it is, of course, that time of the week. 5 albums you must check out this week. We begin with the unstoppable US hardcore metal crossover heavyweights, Your Spirit Dies, who have released the long-awaited debut album, My Gnawing Pains Will Never Rest, via MNRK Heavy. Rage and passion personified. Your Spirit Dies have poured so much into this debut album, and that intensity pays off. Not just because it is a spitting and snarling beast of a record, but because it is multi-layered and varied. Metalized hardcore that has strong crossover appeal, a certain level of accessibility, at least within the heavy quarters, and an undeniable focus, which results in the exemplary showcase of talent, filled with familiarity and freshness while being delightfully vicious. Brighton rock band Slung's debut album, In Ways, is a collaborative combustion of its members' experiences, circumstances, and supreme musicianship. It is out now via Fat Dracula. A very imaginative listen with some really unique takes on a different style of rock. Song of a head turner of an album on offer here. A dynamic record with plenty of body shaking groove, intensity, and melodrama blended strongly with smart and interesting storytelling. Slung are special. This album is special. And the journey they're about to go on as more people hear their incredible efforts is going to be very freaking special. The third record I want to tell you about this week comes from post-metal artist Sugar, who has unleashed her debut album, Her Chrysalis, an immersive conceptual journey born from years of musical and artistic exploration, inspired by the likes of Russian Circles, Chelsea Wolfe, Psychonaut, Cobb Luna, and Tool. The almost entirely instrumental album is out via Mongol Records. It's music you feel rather than hear, even though it's so ethereal in nature. Sugar's debut is immensely weighted with post-power and vibrant melody. A true showcase of creativity, where patience is rewarded, one of the most textured listens of the year. Then we have Revenant, the debut full-length album from the Telford-based metalcore unit Recall the Remains. One of the brightest stars in British metal, Recall the Remains' phenomenal run hit a peak with this debut album, featuring 9 belters that showcase the variety in their sound, the depth to their songwriting, and the talent within their ranks. You don't need me to tell you that this band is special, but even then, this album is something else. One of the brightest stars in British metal has just gone freaking supernova. And finally, out via Solid State Records, The Host is the brand new and third full-length album from the alternative metal band Acres. Man, gotta say, I love being wrong. I particularly love being wrong when it's about music, and I was well and truly wrong about the peak of Acres. So much so that I'm not even going to suggest that this is their peak, because it's now clear to me that they're a band with so many layers that there probably isn't a peak. They just keep climbing. Sometimes fast, sometimes slow, and sometimes with detours, but always moving upwards. This, their third album, is the personification of who they are, coupled with what they've learned over the years and given fresh life by their enviable urge to always do something different. You'll hear Acres in some songs more than any others, but you'll also hear a band evolving, and goddamn, isn't that exciting? And that is the 5th of the 5 that you must check out this week. A unique set of albums, varied, but all equally brilliant. You got any thoughts on what I've talked about here? You know what to do. Let me know in the comments. Thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed what you've seen, please consider hitting that like and subscribe button. It does help us out. You can find us at gbhbl.com and across all social media platforms. And if you really want to give us a bit of extra support, please consider buying us a cup of coffee over on our coffee page. Thank you.